Hi beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. This is Neze. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, you guys mean so much to me. As at the time of filming this video, I have about 110 subscribers, and when I say you guys mean the world to me, I mean you guys mean the world to me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and help this very new YouTuber to grow. So let's jump right into why we are here today. As at today's date, I've been in Canada for 6 years, 2 months and some days. So I've learned some lessons, I've picked up a few things along the way, and I'm here to share some of those lessons with you guys. I had to note things down because I don't want to miss anything. So let's just jump right into my lessons. So I'm going to talk about 7 things I've learned since living in Canada for 6+ years. The first one would be, when you live in Rome, learn to act like the Romans. So we come from a very different society where if you're coming from Nigeria, Cameroon, Jamaica, or anywhere that's not North America, it's a very different society than what this society entails or what this society expects from you. I'll use an example of raising kids or spanking kids. You could possibly spank your kids in Africa, but you can't do that here. I come from a society in Nigeria where spanking children is not frowned at, it's not frowned upon. But you cannot do that here. So you have to come up with alternative ways to discipline your children, alternative ways to, make them learn life lessons. You could put them on timeout, take away their iPads, or anything along those lines. But you're not allowed to get physical with your kids. Child protective services will knock at your door, and you don't want that. Trust me, you don't want that. And another point of acting like the Romans is minding your business. We come from a very nosy society where you want to know what's happening. Oh my God, what's happening? Or maybe a child is acting unruly and you try to discipline the child for the parent. You cannot do that here. You cannot do that here. Face your child, face yourself, face whatever that brought you to where you went to. Mind your business. The second point will be, don't assume that somebody will be good to you because they are from your place, or because they have the same color of skin as you, or because you know them from way back before you moved here. That's not always the case. You'll be so disappointed. The people that will help you, or they may help, I'm not saying that your people will not help you, don't get me wrong, but don't expect that, because you don't know the person's life, you don't know how they are living. So manage your expectations. The people that will help you, or they may help you, may not even look like you. They may not know you from anywhere. They may not have the same skin color as you, but they will just be out there willing to help you. When I moved here, I was looking for a job I was desperate to get a job because I was pregnant and I needed to get my hours to get maternity. And there were some people I expected to help me. I thought that they would help me. Now, looking back in retrospect, it's not always as easy as it seems or as straightforward as it appears. But that time you're experiencing it, you'll be so disappointed and, oh my God, I thought this person will help me. It's not always like that. So learn to manage your expectations. Learn to, know that what you assume a person is capable of doing may not be what they're capable of doing. So manage your expectations and know that help could come from anywhere. It doesn't have to be the people you know from back home, or the people who look like you or sound like you or act like you. It could be from totally different people, but manage your expectations. The third one would be, don't keep up with the Joneses. You see, this place, this North America, Canada, USA, it is very, very possible, very easy for you to get lost in the society. To buy a car is not hard. You can finance a vehicle. You could finance your furniture. You could finance your electronics. You could do anything, and as long as you have good credit. But keeping up with the Joneses will drain you, will leave you living paycheck to paycheck, will keep you in a very frustrated state of mind because you're so tired, you're so stretched beyond your limit. Don't keep up with the Joneses. You're judging your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 50. You don't know how long this person has been, doing what they are doing. You don't know where they're getting their money from. You don't know how they are living. You don't know. You just assume. And then you're stressing yourself wanting to keep up. So you're in debt. You're buying vehicles you cannot afford. You're buying houses you cannot pay for because you know that the mortgage is too high for you. You're buying furniture that you cannot afford. Meanwhile, you know that you just came. You're supposed to be, managing yourself, building gradually, but you want to keep up with the Joneses. And then the society helps you to do that. And then you're frustrated and you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're probably even in debt. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Don't go into there trying to impress anybody. Nobody cares, though. Nobody cares. Everybody is on their own trying to figure themselves out. So don't think that they are there thinking, oh my God, see what she's wearing. They're not even seeing you. They are hustling. They are trying to take care of their family. You're the one who is there thinking that they are seeing you, but they are not. So don't keep up with the Joneses. Cut your coat according to your size. Don't judge your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 50. Know that you get there eventually, but don't try to get there before you get there by appearing like you've gotten there when you know that you're not there. If you know what I mean, you know. So the fourth point will be, do your own research. You know, people just shy away from research, and I don't know why. You know, someone told you that this is how you get your driver's license, so you just come and you just jump back and go and start looking, wanting to do that. You haven't even done a simple basic Google search to know if the regulation has changed. This place, things change very quickly. It doesn't stay the same from 1970 to 1970, 1999 or 2000. No, it changes. Regulations, rules change. As the society changes and people are coming in and things are very dynamic. So make sure that you're keeping up, you do your own research. When it comes to taxes, know what is expected of you. Know how you can, you know, reduce your taxable income with RSPs or whatever the alternative is in the US. Know about your RESP, Savings Education Plan for your kids. Know about your driver's license, your healthcare. Some of these things that pertain to you, do your research and know. Even if somebody is telling you, let it be like a background that you build on. So the person has told you, so you're kind of aware of what it entails, but then go and do your own research and know. Because if you jump in blind, you will make mistakes. Let me use driver's license for example. When I moved here, I could use my Nigerian driver's license for a while. I think it's about a year. And when I did my written test, I didn't have to wait a year to do my driving test. I heard that has changed now in this province where I am. So if you come in and I'm telling you, no, don't worry, just go and you can use your driver's license. Also, just go and do your written test. Tomorrow you can do your driving test. And then you just jump, you show up at the DMV and they're telling you something different and you look so stupid just because you couldn't just check to see what the requirement is. So do your own research. It will save you so much. Do your research. No, knowledge is power. Knowledge is so much power. So when you do your research, you know, you're aware of what the regulation is, of what has changed, of what the new requirements are. You know what your benefits are. You know what your entitlements are. You just know. So make sure you do your research and know what is. You even know so much. As in, it's so good and so empowering to have this knowledge, other than relying on someone else's third-party experience that may be particular to them or may have changed. So the fifth point would be patient with yourself and your journey. Like, I cannot emphasize this point enough. You cannot just be comparing yourself to people. Your journey is very different. Like I said earlier, you cannot compare your chapter 1 with somebody's chapter 50. You don't know where this person is coming from. You don't know if they inherited money. You don't know how many jobs they did. You don't even know if they sleep at night. You know, if they work multiple jobs. Just because they are your colleagues or you know them from it, you think that you know their lives. You don't. So don't compare yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your journey and know that it will eventually happen for you. We live in a society that rewards hard work. So if you're hardworking, if you're diligent, if you're focused on what your goals are, you will get there eventually. But don't compare yourself with someone else and start making yourself feel unnecessary pressure and making yourself sad because you assume that this is how this person is achieving their goals. You don't know. You really don't. So make sure that you're patient with yourself. Make sure that you're patient with your journey. Make sure that you know that the greatest competition is yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, that you're the best person you were yesterday, you're better today than you were yesterday. So don't compare yourself with anybody and make sure that you're focused on your journey and on yourself. You will eventually get there. You will, trust me. Like, the thing that makes up people like put themselves under pressure is that, oh my God, I came with this person, or this person has been in Canada for 6 months. Look at what they have achieved. But I've been in Canada for 2 years. Look at what I have achieved. You don't know how the person came. You don't know what they came with. You don't know what they are working with. So focus on your journey. Was I where I am last year? Am I better this year than I was last year? Even if it's just the simple things, the simple steps. Maybe you didn't have a car and now you have one. Instead of comparing yourself and saying, oh my God, this person has a brand new car, has a nice house. You don't know how they got there. But you should be happy that at least you didn't have a car last year, but this year you have a car. You know, so just take it step by step and make sure that you're enjoying the journey as well as the destination, because that place you're hoping to go to is not all perfect either. So make sure that you're enjoying that journey as well as you intend to enjoy the destination when you get there. And the sixth one would be, you are expected to deliver your best at your job. It doesn't matter what the job is. It really doesn't. Like, even if it doesn't matter. High end, low end, middle end, you're expected to deliver your best. I'll use an example. Back home, when you go to the stores to buy stuff, or like a grocery store, you see them, the cashiers, sitting down. They sit down while they're attending to you. When you come here, when you go to Walmart or Sobeys or Dominion, they're standing up. They start. So if you have 12-hour shift, you're going to be standing for a good part of those 12 hours. Yes, you take your lunch breaks and all that, but you're going to be standing. So you're expected to give your best at your job. And the more high collar, white collar that job is, the even harder it gets. If you're a nurse and you make mistakes, they will sue you. If you're a doctor, you make mistakes that are not, they will sue you. They sue lawyers. They sue everybody. They will bring actions against you. They will complain against you. Your employer will fire you. So you have to make sure that you give it your best shot. At my job, if I'm tired, like me said, I've done so much during the, I mean, I keep most of the things in draft so that when I come in the next day with a calmer mind and a more clearer eye, I can look through them before I send them off. Just because the margin of error is little or non-existent here. So you have to be very careful and know that you're expected to give your best at your job. It doesn't matter what that job is. They are paying you, they are going to get their money's worth from you, regardless. So the seventh and final point will be learn to dress for the weather. You're coming from a weather that is about 30 to 35 degrees to a place that goes down to sometimes minus 40, minus 35, minus 15. It's very cold. So the only way for you to shield yourself and buffer yourself from that cold is for you to make sure that you're bundling up. Don't go cheap when it comes to your winter clothes and accessories. No, invest in them. Buy a very nice thick jacket. Buy a very nice thick boot, nice mittens, nice hat. Make sure you're all bundled and covered up. Especially if you're very new and you don't have a car, you have to go line up or stand in a bus stop for a few minutes before your bus comes. It gets very cold very quickly. So make sure that you're bundled up and you're covered up and you're protecting yourself from the very, very, very harsh weather. Don't go cheap on your snow winter accessories at all. Make sure you're buying the best because you would need that. So these are the 7 points. I have a lot more, because I'm the kind of person that likes to write things down, like write the lessons that I learn and just write things down. So if you want me to do a part 2 of this, let me know in the comments and I'll get straight to filming. If you watched up to this point, but the real MVP. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something. And if there's other lessons that I missed, you can also let me know in the comment section. Things that you've learned from living in this part of the world, or things that you think I said that you never thought about. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for indulging me, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao, Bella. Mwah.